Just bear with me, we're just getting sorted. Okay. Okay, we should be going live on the old Insta, the Facebook and the YouTube. If you're watching on any of those channels, let me know that you're listening and you can hear everything okay. It's the first time I'm getting everything working. I'm excited. I have no idea how to see this. Hello, Instagram. Hello, hopefully, YouTube and the old YouTube and the old Facebook. If you are watching on Facebook or YouTube, could you drop me a little note in the comments? Just let me know everything's all right. I don't know. It looks like it's all going well. Hello. We're just going to give it a couple of minutes, get everyone on board. And I could take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way you like. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar, ooh, I'm levitating. The Milky Way is liberating, yeah. We'll just give it 1 minute. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight, I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight, I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. Dance with me. I believe the truth for me, I feel it in the energy, I see it written in the stars. We can go wherever, so let's do it now or never, baby. Nothing's ever too far. Glitter in the sky. There we go. And our eyes shining just the way we are. I feel like we're forever every time we get together. No, we're never gonna be apart. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar, ooh, I'm levitating. The Milky Way is liberating, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight, I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight, I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. Come on, dance with me. You can fly away with me tonight. You can fly away with me tonight. Baby, let me It's happening. Oh my God. Are you there? Can you hear me? It would be amazing if you could. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, and I just remembered you said to wear headphones, and I don't have headphones in, so...
Don't worry about it. Absolutely don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine.
They're all the way downstairs. I can't do it. I can't. It's too
Fuck
much.
it, mate. Oh, no, fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah, thank you, Lee. Eyeshadow from Superdrug, cheap version. How are we? What's been the highlight of your lockdown day today? Are you working? Or are you just lolling around the flat?
Oh, I'm just puzzling and wanking the whole time. Tell me about this eyeshadow, though. When you say cheap eyeshadow, talk to me about how cheap it is, though. People say cheap, and then they actually got it from L'Oreal, and it's like...
No. No, we're talking about sort of Rimmel level cheap.
God bless you. Career's going super fucking well.
Yeah, it is. I'm doing free streams from my flat. And yeah, it's going incredibly well.
Thinking about Miss Sporty eyeshadow the other day and how fucking immense it was. Because you felt like such a queen because it was 99 pence for an individual, and you were like, I just want an individual. It's not part of a set. I'm amazing. And then you get older and you realise, like, wait a second, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Like, 99p is not a good amount of, like, money for an eyeshadow.
No, if you're like 12, 99p in the 80s or early 90s, you're not as old as me. Probably quite an investment.
No, but I was like 9, and I was like, all I want is my eyes to be fully sky blue, and it was when you went blue all the way over and under. Oh, it was life-changing.
It was life-changing. Talking about not doing much, when was the last time you wrote an invoice?
1996. No, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, do you want me to cry? Is that what you want from me?
No, it's all going to be fine. This I tell you what, this lockdown is a game of resilience. The ones that keep like, we're going to come back and live comedy will come back, but there'll just be me, you, and probably Elf Lyons and Carly Small, and that'll be it.
There's going to be 4 of us left after the apocalypse.
I know. It'll be great. It'll be fab.
I mean, what a fun bill.
So what is your marital status? What's your dating status at the moment?
Single as fuck!
Have you been on, are you on the apps at the moment?
You know what? I actually just got Hinge again last week, but I don't think it's going to go well for me this time because I've decided that my main image and video should be my face superimposed onto Vin Diesel's body, which I think takes a special type of chap to really fall in love with.
Do you put that you do comedy on your profile?
You know, I do now. The first couple of times I didn't do it, and now I do, because there's no point going on the date and meeting the guy and saying you do comedy and then having to deal with them trying to like undermine it or do like jokes to prove they're funnier than you, even though they never are. It's like, I don't want to do that, so I think it's better just to get it out of the way early.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I went on the last date and I said I did events, which is sort of technically true, but I don't know. I think I'm a lot of personality to get to, like, getting to know someone in the early stages is just, I think I need to date someone that already knows me. Do you know what I mean?
No, because I do know what you mean, but I'm a classic fall in love with the friend, wait for them to be like sure they don't love me back, and then I fall in love with them because it fulfills my narrative, like my tragic narrative of being like rejected. Okay. So don't fall in love with friends. That's the main thing. And also tell them what your job is. Be honest.
All right. No, I think you will. But then they'll be like, oh, can I look at you online? I'm like, no, I don't want you to know the disgusting things I've done in my life. Not
right up front. Know your surname, do they? They just know your first name.
Look, I know there's 3 women in comedy called Eleanor, which is quite a lot, but there's still not enough to get lost within the heap.
I reckon I'm lost in the heap though, so I think I'm fine. They just know it's Helen, so it's all good. And also, like, look me up, and then I don't have to do any awkward sort of like, is that they know who you are when you go into the bar, so you feel like smart and clever with it.
what do you do stand up on? I've seen you do. You're very funny, but like, what's your sort of thing that you do? Just to describe to the people, like what are they going to get from like going? If they Google you, they go, Helen. Oh, it must be Helen Bauer. Oh, she does stand up about.
Oh my God, like my dad's wanking habits, compulsive overeating, and like getting my tit out, which I think are three very sexy things. So if anything, they're gonna like come before the date starts. So I call that like a Helen surprise, which is when you come from my profile and then you meet me and you're like, oh, there's that girl I came over. And I think, you know what, you're welcome. Because now they owe me twice. Because that's all dating is racking up who owes who an orgasm, right?
But yeah, I mean, let's be real. Let's not get into the fucking dynamics and of heterosexual orgasms. We always come out the losers, so we are waiting a long time.
Just flick me out, and I'll focus. And if it's not working, I'll just hold my breath for a bit and do a bit of breath play on myself. Like, what is that to discuss?
What? Sorry,
what?
What?
Sorry, what?
What's?
I don't mean either. What? Huh?
What's breath play? What? What's breath play?
You know when you're masturbating.
Yes, I've done that.
And you know when it's taking, like, so let's say you're doing a challenge wank though, so you're not like searching stuff, you're not doing porn, you're just trying to do an imagination wank like circa 2006.
Old school. Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to get to cramp behind the knees, but I want to treat myself and I want to do it fully. Like I want to go through the stages. Right?
Got it.
Only want it out, obviously. And basically, if it's like getting to the point where you're like turned on, but you just can't quite finish yourself off, which is always disappointing because you know yourself best. If you just hold your breath, just go like, it gets you there quicker. It's some sort of like heartbeat thing. I don't know, but it fucking works.
How did you find this out? Did you read it in Cosmo?
No, I'm like the queen of wanking because I discovered it for myself. But I also discovered masturbation by myself. I thought I invented myself off, which is always. I was like, this is insane, gals. Have you heard about this great thing? And then I thought it was just my body. And then because I was raised in such a liberal household that I wasn't aware that we were supposed to discover it and then not discuss it. I like went into school and I was like,
how liberal's your household? Are they like the people that walk around naked? Those ones?
No, like my grandfather was a nudist. We're just like full liberal. Like my mum didn't give us dummies when we were babies because she believed in freedom of speech, like that sort of level of liberal. Which, by the way, could be amazing, but doesn't actually work out because my big brother's in and out of jail and I do comedy, so she fucked it. Bless her.
Bless her little cotton socks. So the show's called Worst Day Ever. Would you please do us the honour of sharing the worst day ever for you?
I was going to do like a Hinge one from last year, but basically they're just so dry. But I think my favourite dating stories are from when I was like a teenager, because I've got such high, like misplaced high self-esteem. Like I'm 29 and I will still hold like a 6-year-old picture of me next to the TV when I'm watching Toddlers and Tiaras and be like, I think I'd win. So when we were teenagers and we'd fancy people, I'd always think that me being like, do you want to go to, I grew up in Fleet, which is the service station on the M3, and there's a town just behind the services. And our big weekend place to go was Basingstoke, and go to the View Cinema there. So I was like the group organizer. I was always in charge. I think it's because I was like 6 foot and I spoke like German, so everyone was like, she's in charge, and I was like, jawohl. And we would go on like big group hangouts. And I invited, you can never see who's watching. It's only 12, we're fine. There's this boy called Joe Hiddersay who I really fancied, and everyone else really fancied him as well. Yeah. But we went out for 3 days in year 8, so he kind of fancied me, but it was like so much more. And we went on a group date to go see 300 in Basingstoke. Yes.
What's 300?
It's a Spartan movie. It's a movie about Spartans.
Like gladiators. Oh, fucking what?
I don't know. Maybe they're gladiators. Well, basically, we went on the date, but it turned out it was a massive group, and there was a massive group of us there. But I was determined that it was still going to be a date. So obviously, I wanted him to look at my tits and for me to give him a hand job, which is very tricky to do when you're on a group date. Because we were sitting in the middle of loads of our friends, like Anagram was one side, like fucking Dave, whatever, is the other side of me, Dave Horner, and then I was trying to give him a hand job while he was looking at
this is going on YouTube, so just, you know,
it's
just
actually,
to let you know. Yeah, of course it is.
Hi guys, and I basically was like wanking him off over the clothes because I was a child. And then I was trying to angle my breast so he could look at it while I wanked him off, while everyone else was like half watching the film, half like, is Helen Bauer trying to, is that what she thinks a hand job is? And I'm just like, ah. Obviously didn't finish him off because I didn't really know what finishing off was at this point. Like, it's the age where like boys genuinely believe if they ejaculate their penis is broken, and that was their one shot at doing it. Do you know what I mean?
No, I'm from Milton Keynes. We never thought that.
Oh, I'm from the UK Bible Belt, so we totally thought that. And
okay.
He had to go finish himself off in the cinema toilets, and I counted that as a sexual experience. But I've since come to learn that wasn't a sexual experience. But I think that was a really good date. Do you not think?
I mean, fuck, it's difficult, isn't it? When you don't own your own bed, it's difficult to do sex stuff. Do you know what I mean?
It is. And also, a cinema felt like a very American way to play around. Like,
do you know what? Yeah, so like, you know, when you do like those sort of early experiences when you don't own a bed and you do those sexual experiences, because that's the only time in your life where you're going to do that sort of sit next to someone wank.
Yeah. And usually humping.
Yeah, nobody dries hump. I mean, I don't know if I dry hump.
You do at dances when you're like fucking teenagers and you get really close and you do the arms and you're like dry humping, but you're not aware that it's dry humping. It just feels good and you don't know why.
Yes.
Like, now dry humping my chair and I'm fully aware of that.
Oh, it's been so long now. Is it? Do you think like I don't think you pick up any. I don't think you pick. I think that's the weirdest thing. Like having sexual, because I remember giving a guy a blowjob out next to a wall outside a school party at like a primary school, but it wasn't a primary school. Someone had rented it out to have like a 13th birthday party, like a school hall. Okay. And I gave a blowjob like with a guy that was standing up, or maybe a hand job.
Yes.
But those, it's not like training for anything, because like as soon as I hit 16 or 17, I was having sex in beds, and that's like if you're wanking a guy off in bed, you just lie next to them and do that, innit?
Yeah.
It's like you're dealing a deck of cards. But if you're doing it facing them or next to them, it's very much a like. It's very thrusty. But it's that age where you're like, I'm touching a penis. I just want to touch it and get used to it. Like I was definitely one of those like British teenagers who was like, you warm up until you're 16, and when you're 16 you lose virginity. Because the moment I turned 16, there was a boy who I knew, but we didn't really have any mutual friends, who was also 16. He was also a virgin, and I was like, we're having sex, and he was like, okay, and like that was it. Like it was just so easy because I was practiced. But I also at this point still thought a blowjob meant you blew down their fucking penis. So what year? 3 men. Just trying to blow their come back up the balls.
Yeah, literally.
Well, I think the sort of formative teenage sexual experiences of 2020 must be a lot different now. You have the sex, like the Pornhub and all that sort of shit.
Yeah, but we had Pornhub. We all like watched porn at my friend's house, but we still.
How old are you?
29. Like, not a baby.
Oh God.
But like,
No.
Oh God, you look older.
No, but it's like, oh yeah, we all had porn. I'm like, oh, we didn't.
But
so okay.
We could watch porn, like people, like we were
on the internet.
It, but like, yeah, on the internet. But like,
oh my God,
we weren't learning from it. Like we were still like trying to figure it out, sort of like at prom, like on the dance floor, and it was all about like showing your tits whilst also touching their thigh. That was most of it. Like, do you remember when foreplay was just breathing really heavily on their neck and ear? It still is for me.
Yeah.
But that was
I think that's a lost art, you know.
It fucking is, you know, and I don't want to get angry and passionate, but if someone blows in my ears, I swear to God, I cream myself. Like, it's the sexiest thing. It is.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing in the sexual verb to cream. It's been a while. You've heard it here, folks. But no, I know what you mean. What did you think of the WAP? What did you think of Cardi B's WAP? Yes or no?
It's great. I love it. Like, there's nothing else to say. It's beautiful. Like,
okay,
I know this isn't the main part of it, but that fountain at the beginning, gorgeous.
Do you know what? The fact when it opens with a fountain, you got to watch this if you're not. Cardi B's WAP with Megan Thee Stallion or The Stallion, depends, but it's written as the, so I'm going to say it as the. She's sort of crouched with her massive tits and water coming out of her boobs. Like when she's crouching, it reminds me of every woman that's gone for a piss behind a car in Milton Keynes. That's exactly. Do you know what I mean? Like, just really guttural. It's powerful.
It is, and it's such a beautiful fountain. And I know that's not the whole video, but that's the main takeaway for me. Was like, I really want to see that fountain in the flesh.
Oh, I don't know if it exists. Does it exist? I don't know.
Oh, come on. Italy's got one for sure.
Probably now.
Somewhere.
I was chatting to somebody, a girlfriend of mine, and she really hated it. She was like, no, it talks about sex work and, you know, blah blah blah. And actually, she did talk about like doing stuff for sexual, like doing stuff for stuff. And that's not the thing that really worried me about it. But the takeaway I got was, we never get to hear about women coming. We never do. We know how men want to come. They want to come to, on, and in women. That's it. But like, I don't know. I mean, look, I wouldn't dance to it.
Why?
Because I'm a 42-year-old grown-ass woman. I just don't think I could do it without comedy value.
Are you fucking kidding? I'm 29 and I dance to Baby Shark, and it's not the same, but you can dance to anything. Like, as long as
you're so free. It's so free. You're so free, Helen. What have you got? What's going on with you at the moment? Are you doing any online stuff or anything like that? What are you doing?
Yeah, I've done a couple of online gigs, but gigs are coming back slowly. They're trickling in, which is very nice. So doing a couple of those online gigs. I mean, honestly, look, I'm mainly doing jigsaw puzzling. I love a puzzle. And fucking hell, I'm watching a lot of TV. Like, my friend's next door right now just watching Seinfeld, waiting for me to go back and watch it with him. I'm compulsively overeating quite a bit, but I think that's the same as everyone else. Taking down about a loaf a day, which I think is quite reasonable. And I no longer can buy peanut butter because it turns out I do not have the power to stop.
You can eat. What about get that organic one? Get the organic one.
Doesn't matter. Oh. People say it slows you down, so you've got to stir the oil in. It fucking doesn't. I drink the oil and then I just sort of like cane the rest of it. It's an absolute disaster.
Well, do you know what I reckon make you feel a lot happier is if people watching went and followed you on your online stuff
to watch me compulsively overeating.
Yeah, you should start up an OnlyFans, just eating stuff.
No, but because the saddest part of that is if it's not popular and it is just me eating. Like that's worse than just eating by myself, isn't it? Eating by myself thinking people want to watch it. I can't do it to myself.
Okay, well, maybe don't do that. Maybe don't do that.
Okay.
All right, thanks so much. Thanks so much for joining me today, Helen.
Thank you for having me, Eleanor. Have a good rest of your show.
Thanks, mate. Take it easy. Bye.
Bye, you too. Bye.
Hello, I was a little bit distracted there because flipping Facebook were like, oh, sorry, we can't fucking post this video because blah blah blah. It's got music in it. Anyway, has anyone got any comments on Helen's share? Feel free to let me know if you've got any worst dates you want to join the stream. I'd love to have you on. I think it's time for our next worst data. If anyone is watching on the old, hang on, let me just check the old Facebook. I have no idea. I have no idea if it's flipping working or not. Honestly, you need like a degree to work all this stuff. Listen, we're going to bring on the next guest. Let's do it. Dan Y, aka Seance. Where are you, Danny boy? Here he is. He's coming in. Hello, mate.
Hi, how are you doing? You okay?
You're gorgeous. How are you?
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, good. I'm fine, mate. How are you doing? Where are you?
I'm with Johnny at the moment. We're just been watching some Mike Lee.
Johnny Woo?
Yeah, Johnny Woo.
Hello, Johnny Woo. What have you been up to? What's going on?
What have I been up to? Actually, I've been for the past 6 weeks. I've been teaching kids comedy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've been working with some kids, and then doing some seance gigs at the weekend.
Great.
Been intense.
Have you been back? Are you back on the grinder? Are you on it? What's your?
Am I back on the grinder? How dare you assume? I've started dating. I've actually got a boyfriend at the moment.
Have you?
Yeah.
How long's that been going on?
Well, since lockdown, really. We knew each other before. Like, he's also like a cabaret comedy performer.
Oh, is it Johnny?
No, it's not Johnny. But so we knew each other before, and then basically just during lockdown we started chatting, and then we started dating, and then it's kind of moving forward. I'm meeting his parents at the weekend.
Oh, that's big things, mate.
Yeah, it's quite like, I don't know, but yeah, it's nice.
I've been all right. Yeah, I've just been all right. Well, I went on so I was chatting to a guy from Hinge, and he basically blew me out yesterday for the second time. No, I wish. He just blew me like. He blew me out. That's a new thing.
I mean, I want it. I like how it sounds. I want it.
Yeah, it sounds amazing. It's like he blew me out.
Yeah. But wait, so he said he ghosted you, or like he just did you up?
Well, yeah, we were supposed to go out, and then he he basically got some bad news. He nearly lost his job, and then he was like, I don't feel like I'm in the best of moods to come and meet you. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I mean, that is a good reason. So I think I've just got to step back from the Hinge a bit.
Yeah,
or at least start talking to other people on it, because I've put all my eggs in one basket.
I think the good thing about it at the moment is the vast array of excuses that you can have. The other day, so like, I'm scared to lose my job. Great excuse.
That's a great.
It works. But my friend the other day was like, she was like, "Oh, I can't go on this date because my housemate is ill, and it might be the Crohn's, and I don't want to infect you." But actually, she was hungover and just had like beer fear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but a
How did
great
you find?
excuse. Not me.
Oh,
This is
right.
my
Okay.
friend. This is my friend.
Oh, she told someone else. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because then it's just like also it makes her look like a saint because she's trying to keep that person alive, but also just can't be bothered.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. How long were you single before you were dating this guy now?
Oh, how long's a piece of string? I'm gonna hang myself with it. That's how long.
Oh,
Yeah, a long time.
can you be? Hang on. When's
Specific.
two? Can you be? 2007. How long ago was that? 14 years. Can you beat 14 years?
Um,
No.
but to be honest, this is my first like official like boyfriend. My relationship before that was like my longest relationship before that was with a woman, was with a girl when I was 15 years old.
Okay.
So like I'd seen guys before this. I was seeing a guy for like kind of 6 months, but it turned out he was a bin on fire. So that didn't go so well. But yeah, this is the first kind of official thing. So maybe I do top trump you.
Maybe you do. Yeah, maybe you do. So hang on. If the last time you dated someone, which was it was 15, how old are you now?
I'm 27.
27. Yeah, maybe you do. No, you don't actually. I've still beat you.
Oh really?
14, yeah, 14 years. That means no, I totally smash it in. No, 13 years. 13 years. I can't do maths. So I win.
Okay.
The worst game ever.
Yeah.
I win.
Okay, so I'll let you win this one.
I win the nobody loves me game.
You. Yeah. Sorry, let me tell you about my father. You want to go into that?
No, let's not. So you must have a wealth of bad dates, bad sexual experiences. Not saying that you do. You like?
Okay.
Do you have one that you want to share with us?
I like that's what I give off. Like I have a wealth of bad experiences.
Well, obviously they're not good. Otherwise, you would have like been in love between now and the last 12 years.
True. I have thought of one. Literally, I did actually think of. I've been thinking of some all day.
Yeah.
The ones I've got are quite bland. Maybe there's one that is quite interesting.
Okay, go on.
Okay. So it starts off with me getting ready first. So I'm getting ready for this date. So basically, it's the date, but then also what happens after this date. That's quite like major. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm getting ready for this date, and I'm quite a hairy guy.
Okay.
So I was like, I was like full Bush, like full Jumanji, like Robin Williams has been lost in Netflix for the past 15 years. So I was like, let me trim this down. So I was like, trim down.
Are you talking about your pubes or the rest, or like back hair?
Okay, firstly, you say I've got a wealth of bad experiences. Now you're saying I'm Mighty Joe Young.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Hairy men. I once had sex with like a very hairy Jewish man who, like, you could literally braid his back hair. That's how hairy he was.
I'm not like that. I mean, I've got a hairy ass. Like my ass is literally Hagrid screaming. But
So is that like a butt coverage, or is that just like the bumhole coverage?
It's just kind of like a poo hammock. It's like just around the poo, like the bumhole area, you know. It's like the I call it the Gaza Strip because it's just down the track. But I don't even know what that meant. And that doesn't mean anything. But I just thought of a strip. But yeah. So I'm getting ready. So I'm trimming my pubic bush area. Why am I saying this? And I basically lived in this flat at the time where the toilet was separate to the shower, like separate room. I'm not separate rooms and separate devices. Although sometimes I do piss in the shower. But
who doesn't?
I basically say like, okay, I've got this huge mound of I like trimmed it all out. I was like, right, I've got a huge amount of pubes in my hand. I can't wash down the shower drain. So I crossed the corridor into the toilet, and it was a ground floor flat, and we had like a front door that was like all glass, like blurry glass. What do you call that? What do you call that glass that you can't see through?
Is it like frosted glass?
Frosted glass. But there was one pane that wasn't frosted, and there was a delivery man who was stood at the door, and this was me naked with a handful of pubic hair, looking like some like fucking Gollum, just there like in the corridor, like whoa. It was horrific. So that's how before the date, and then I had to get ready, and I was like mortified. It was so horrible. That man, I don't know what that man saw or how much he's spent in therapy since, but it's a lot. And then basically, I went on this date with this guy. The date actually is great. It's what happens after the date.
Okay, so what was great about the date when you went on it?
Just briefly. Basically, it was just drunk. We just got real drunk, I think, and we fancied each other. But because we kind of like drank, I guess it meant that we got kissing quite quickly, and then it became very like open and kissy, and and then it became quite romantic, like walking around like holding hands. But we were drunk enough to like not be thinking about what other people are thinking about when you're holding hands with a man. So we weren't conscious about everyone else, just conscious about what we're doing, which is really lovely to be in that state. And I was walking around like London, like kissing and like joking, and it was like a 36-hour long date. Like I went back to his, it was nice. The next day, kind of like I woke up and I was like, I don't know how much I fancy this guy, but it was still nice and whatever. But anyway, so then he kind of ghosts me after this, and then we got mutual friends, and basically I got on a night out like a month later, and I bumped into him and his mates. It's quite awkward, and we're talking through it and whatever, but they're like, oh, we're going to go to this other club. Do you want to come with?
So hang on, you go on the date and you essentially have like a fake boyfriend type.
Yeah.
You know when you have those fake relationships where you have one date, but it's sort of, you get the intimacy from that person that you might get in a sort of relationship.
It was like low budget rom-com, like Lizzie McGuire, like that kind of vibe.
Yes,
like, I was
totally.
like, this is what love feels like. It feels like 4 bottles of Prosecco. And
but what sort of stuff were you saying on the date? Were you like, well, I definitely want to see you again, and you know all that stuff, or was it
more like that thing where like we'd hold hands and like one of us would like walk forward and then like turn around and be like,
oh no,
like by a statue in like London. It was just so gross, but also so nice. It's like. But
I always used to have those dates when I was high on coke or ecstasy, and I would do loads of ecstasy, and I'd be like, oh my god, I think this is the one.
Yeah, legit though. Like it's just, I think always the first time you meet someone, try and meet them as sober as you can. I think, you know, because then you just convince yourself things that aren't there, because the chemistry is made by like the narcotics that you're taking, you know, like the alcohol makes the chemistry, makes the whatever sometimes, or makes you think there's something there. But anyway,
yeah, totally. And you fantasize. It's like a romantic sort of fantasy, a dream, isn't it? It's a daydream.
It's so easy. You're slipping sliding into fake romance, you know.
So when you left his place, what sort of time was it? Like the next night?
Yeah, it was like the next like early evening, and like basically I was like, yeah, this is great. He then had like a week away for work or something.
Yeah.
And this conversation was a bit dry, kind of like dried up a little bit, and I was just like, what the fuck? And then in my head, what I realized was that I was instigating everything. This is now becoming therapy. I realized I was instigating everything. So I was like, I'm not going to message him today. I'm going to see if he messages me. Lo and behold, absolutely just a gaping wide absence of messages, which is fine because it's good to know that about somebody. Like, if someone's a piece of trash, like a piece of shit cunt, absolutely allow that.
So after the date, how long did you mourn? Because I always feel like if they've given you constant contact and then they take away the contact, there's a period of mourning, isn't there?
Yeah. I don't know, you know, like a while. like a few wanking cries, a few climaxes, and I was over it. But yeah, I guess it's hard though because actually you attach yourself and you care about that person, and then they just piss off. Um, Especially when you're a child of divorce, it hits you in a way. But but anyway, so a month passes. I'm kind of
Yeah.
over it. I bump into him and his mates, so I really get on with his mates, and it's kind of fine between us. He's there like, oh, this is the best day I've ever had, but like I'm just not sure. I found out
Okay.
from one of our mutual friends that he's a bit like skitty like that. And anyway, so then they're like, oh, we're gonna go to this other club. And me and him are kind of flirting a little bit, and we like get in this taxi, and I'm like, yeah, let's go to the place. So we sit next to each other and we're chatting, and then my friend goes to get money out, and then I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go for a quick piss. So I just quick jump out the taxi, go for like a piss, like on some building, and then whilst pissing, I fart, I shit myself, and then I have to get back in the taxi and sit next to the man that I dated for 36 hours, who then ghosted me with poo in my fucking pants. So there I am, literally like I leave the taxi.
Oh,
I know. So then I leave the taxi like this, like ah. I get back in the taxi. There's a single tear falling down my face. I open the window. I get my phone out. I'm just sat there like, oh my god, oh my god. He sat next to me trying to make conversation. I'm just like blocking everything, like, oh my god. Then my friend rings me. I talk to him on the phone, and I'm rude about the people in the taxi because I'm feeling so insecure because I shit in my fucking pants. Basically, we get to this next club, and the atmosphere's changed so much that people are a bit like, they're like, oh, should we not go? Let's just go home. And I'm like, no, 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 let's go, let's go. And then my friend's like, kind of like, just pays for everyone to go in because it's such a weird mood. I then queue up to go to the toilet for like 25 minutes in this like really like muscle gay club. Like everyone's fucking gorgeous. Here I am with like literally a little turd dangling around in my boxers. And then basically I get into the toilet after 25 minutes. I go in the keyboard, clean myself up. It's like a little rabbit poo. We're fine. And then I go to wash my hands. There's no soap, but someone's left their drink on the side with lemons in it. So I take the lemons out their drink. I wash my hands with the lemons. And then I go out and I dance and it's fine. But I keep making jokes about like smelling poo because I'm scared people can smell poo. And I think if I can make the joke, it'll be fine. But then at the end of the night, he tries to get with me and I say no.
good for you.
Oh, so do you know what? I'm the winner.
Totally are the winner. And you didn't let anyone know that you pooed yourself?
No, but then later on, like maybe a few minutes after that, I was speaking to one of our mutual friends and I was like, you know that night where I kept making jokes about shitting myself? It's because I shat myself. And I thought that if I made jokes about it, that it would be okay and no one would know. And they were like, yeah, we thought it was really weird that you just kept mentioning poo. And I was there like, yeah, I shat myself that night. So that was quite a bad time. I mean, that's like literally like one of a billion times where I've had like bad things happen.
Mate, but I really think, like, yeah, thank you for the hearts on that one. I feel like everybody watching,
Show me love.
some people dropped off on that one. They don't like poo chat, but genuinely, in this stream every week, somebody talks about shit. It's just a tradition, really.
Yeah. Does the Queen poo in the woods? Is that the phrase?
I don't know. The bear poos in the woods. You won at the end, though. If you'd have just shut up and not got paranoid about it, or entrusted the feedback to one trustworthy member of the social group and go,
Yeah.
Can you smell poo? And really, yeah, just relaxed in the being. And look, you've got the last laugh. You were the hero of the story.
Yeah, I walked away and I was like, look, I don't want you. And now I'm dating a really nice person. I haven't pooed in front of them once. So
well, look, you have so many years ahead. Let's say you have so many years ahead to shit in front of your new partner.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh
Fingers
my
crossed.
God. I really hope that my next guest is ready. What are you doing at the moment? Have you got stuff? Can people find you online? What are you promoting? Anything?
So I have a few. So I've been doing some seances, some like seance murder mysteries.
Yeah.
At a place called the Horniker Center. It's like an amazing place where you go and like a huge banquet and like drink loads of wine. Then like I come out and I sit on the table and like I sing songs and do jokes and we have like a little murder mystery with the ghosts.
Great.
It's actually really amazing. Like it's been going so well. And then I'm developing some new shows. We'll be doing some stuff at the Glory and so yeah, just follow me on my social medias and check me out.
Yeah, go and look at go and try and find it. Go and find and see. Is it under Seance or Dan Y?
Dan Y, yeah, because in the future I want to make many characters.
There you go. So go and find Dan Y, WYE.
Yeah.
Not just like Dan Y. That's just like a Y.
No, although many people ask.
Thanks so much for coming on the stream, Dan.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Cheers, darling. I'll speak. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, here we go. Thanks so much, Dan. I don't know if Abby is. Yeah, she's sort of there. Right, hang on. I just wanted to answer some of the comments. Thanks, Chisholm Birch. You reckon that the date that cancelled 2 times is lying? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because he did really say he was sorry. I know what you mean, though. The problem is he's really fit. That's the issue. He's really fit. And that is the problem for me because he's like my total ideal physical type. 6'2", beard, younger. That's it. I mean, it's a very narrow road on my type. Might explain the 14 years of singledom. And then there's lots of other chat on the thing. Okay. Thanks, Nin, for telling everyone you've only got 1 tip. Okay, we ready for our next guest? Yeah, we're gonna bring Abby on. Here she is. It takes ages for it to like log in, doesn't it? Thank you so much. Thanks, Richard Jones on Facebook. And BFD Bandit on YouTube. Cheers, mate. Hello. Hello. Hey,
Hi.
gorgeous, how are you?
Oh my God, how are you?
I'm well. I've not seen you since Australia, since like before the apocalypse.
What apocalypse? Everything's fine here in the US.
Where are you?
I'm in Boston.
What's that like? Is it just full of are people wearing masks? Are they not wearing masks? What's the vibe in Boston?
We're like the educated liberal elites here, so we all wear masks and we scoff at anyone who doesn't.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was in a coffee shop yesterday, and a man did the whole sort of under the nose thing, and I just gave him a very Botoxy stare over the rim of my mouth, over the rim of my mask, and he fucking sorted it out.
Yeah, you're like, nah.
I mean, that's me frowning at the moment. How are you? I mean, you're smashing it on TikTok, mate.
I have no idea what the fuck happened.
Like I looked at your account and it was like you had like 2,000, right? And then I looked back and you had like 100,000 followers on TikTok. I got really big, but then I got shadow banned for like a protest video. So just today I started a brand new account and I'm gonna just build it all back up. Because like I've got TikTok kind of down to a science and I know how to like make a good TikTok video. So I'm restarting a new account. So you started out and you were doing these like anti-golf. Oh, I didn't get it. Like anti-golf videos.
Yeah. I hate golf, dude.
Because you're environmentalist and it's actually bad. And then all these golfing people just kind of went
nuts, dude. They all bully me. It's so funny. I got my first hate account last week.
What's the title of the hate account?
So my username was Tofizzle, and it's just called Ban Tofizzle, and it just is dedicated to hating me. It's beautiful.
Mate.
I love it. I love it.
What does it say? I hope you're writing all this shit down. I hope you're going to write a show about it.
No, I'm getting my master's degree, so I'm gonna do that.
I've tried to do TikTok, and I'm so shit at it. What's the secret of TikTok?
It's you have to think of it like a meme. You have to think of it like you're essentially creating a 3-dimensional meme. My master's degree, so I'm gonna do that.
I've tried to do TikTok, and I'm so shit at it. What's the secret of TikTok?
It's you have to think of it like a meme. You have to think of it like you're essentially creating a 3-dimensional meme. My master's degree, so I'm
Alrighty. All right, we're back. Hey, she is back. She is back. Hang on, let me just make sure that all the streaming stuff is working again. Hang on. Oh, geez Louise, it's really difficult. I'm trying to stream it all to YouTube, Facebook, do it all together.
Yeah.
It's been a whole thing, I tell you. All right, we're here. Great. I think we're here. Yep. We're all good. Okay, 2 secs. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Part 2 of Worst Day Ever Stream. For the first time, we've got into the second hour. We are here with my friend, Abby. I don't even know your second name.
Abby Richards.
Abby Richards. You know, it's because when you see people's username all the time.
Just says Abby.
Yeah, it just says Abby, and then yeah. Is that your dog?
No, I am sitting on a giant stuffed lion.
Okay. I mean, is that vegan?
No. I made sure it feels pain.
Chisholm's back. London Whisperer's here. Awesome. People are back. It's happening. So, right, you go on a date with a men's rights activist. For those people that don't know, can you describe what a men's rights activist is?
A men's rights activist is somebody who I believe is well-intentioned but misguided. It's a counter to feminism, like men's rights. Like I think
is it like an All Lives Matter group?
Yeah, you know how people say all lives matter, but only when you say Black Lives Matter. Like men's rights is like when we say, "Hey, feminism," they go, "Men need rights too."
Yeah.
They could have those questions answered by feminism, being like, "Hey, you've been repressed, and we need to deal with your emotions." But instead, they just turn to more rage at women.
Is that where the incels are? Where the guys that kind of so incels are like, I deserve to get laid, and feminism has taken away sex for me, or something like that.
Incels think that they are genetically predetermined so that they can't get laid. They think that because of biology and the shape of their skulls and the way that they're wired, and they're too short or their jaws weird, they think that they are destined to be alone forever, and because they've been told that, they are rageful and more inclined to shoot people.
Okay, great. So just a real good time. So did you meet this? Did you meet this MRI guy on an app?
No. Australian Outback.
All right. So is it when you were in Australia?
Yes.
When in Perth or Adelaide? Did you go to Adelaide?
Queensland.
Oh, is that where east?
Yeah, I had to do my work to get my visa renewed. So I was working in a 300-person town, and I might have slutted up a little bit.
What were you doing? Were you doing the farming stuff that they make you do?
I was working at a hotel / restaurant / everything, but hospitality.
And so you met this guy, and an Aussie sort of like rough and tough guy. They're hot. I'm not gonna lie.
He wasn't. He was from Townsville. He like wasn't that rough and tough. He wasn't rough and tough.
Okay, so you meet him, and what happens on the date?
There was no date. We got drunk, and I never said we went on a date. I said that I slept with a men's rights activist. I never said I went on a date with him.
Okay, all right. You banged a men's rights activist.
Yeah, and like while we were banging, what did he say to me? Oh, he said that it was really hard for him as a straight white man because he's so undervalued in society.
No. What did he do? Was he like what was his job? Did he have a job?
I don't know, like welding or glass or making metal or some shit.
Doing stuff with this shit.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk about the SB stuff?
SB? Sugar baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Right, so when it keeps cutting out. I don't know what that is. I hope it should be all right now. So basically, how long were you sugar baby for?
Oh, I've been in and out of it since I was like 19, so like 5 years.
So, during my brief stint at it, like I wasn't very good at setting the T's and C's. Is there like a sort of strategy that you have in play when you meet someone that could potentially be your sugar daddy? Like,
well, I have to get a read on them, right? Like you got to know like what they're looking for, and then your role is to be this perfect girlfriend, whatever they're looking for. So you get a read.
So do you meet them on like a seeking arrangement or sugar daddy website? Yeah. So
most of the time.
And then what do you kind of sell yourself as? How do you sell yourself? Do you sell yourself as sort of girl next door or super sexy or sport, like on your profile? What are your pictures?
Sporty, a little bit sexy, and then I make sure to be like, part of what you're paying for is intelligence.
Great.
Yeah.
So they already know that they're getting, because I think it isn't just about sex. It is like more stuff.
It's not at all. They want a relationship and they just don't want the hassle of it.
So in a sugar baby, sugar daddy relationship, how much do you think is sex? How much do you think is companionship or intelligence?
It depends. I've had sugar daddies that I never had sex with, and I've had others.
That sounds like a dream.
It's so much emotional labor. I'd rather do physical labor than emotional labor.
Yeah. So like what kind of emotional labor is involved in that? So what's the sort of heavy lifting of emotional labor in a sugar baby relationship with somebody?
A lot of the times they're like lonely and they've made a lot of mistakes and they might not have great relationships with their exes or their kids, or they have like a busy life at work, or they fundamentally hate who they are, whatever.
And like, what are they looking for? Are you just like a dry wall that they're just fucking saying the same shit, or are you helping them move through it?
I think I help them, or at least I'm an ear to listen. But it's like, I don't know.
And like when you like, so you kind of like match with them and share a few messages or something like that. What are you looking for in those initial messages? Are you how are you weeding out the bullshit artists, and like how do you...
I'm so good at it after this long that I don't know. It comes innately to me. Full sentences.
what's like the telltale sign that they are full of shit? Like in a message or in a profile?
No full sentences, immediately telling you how much they want to give you, treating you like calling you baby or like
what?
Yeah, gross shit. If they message you like a paragraph about who they are and what they're looking for and like what they like to do and what they want from you, all that'd be great. That's good signs.
That's a good sign. And then, so what do you do? Then you meet them to sort of get a read of them. Mm-hmm. And then how do you set do you have like a rate card in your mind of what you want, or do you kind of gauge how much you can get out of them, and like what's your strategy? But like, do you
gauge? Yeah, because some people you're like, all this is gonna be is like they're gonna help me with tuition, or there are other people who are like, I'll charge them per time I see them. It just depends. It depends how much money they have and what they're looking for.
And then how long do they, because when I did it, I was like, there wasn't a lot of information, so I couldn't really understand how to do it. And I kind of read a few articles and I was like, oh, and I had this figure in my mind, and I knew some people had like an Amazon wish list. So I thought, oh, maybe I should try and do that. Do you do all that stuff?
I don't like things. I don't want men to buy me things. I want men to buy me my tuition. Like I want men to like help me pay rent, help me get food, like maybe down the line some investments, but like I don't want a bag.
She's like, I want an education.
Yeah, buy me my master's degree, then I'll respect you.
And then, okay, and have you ever like sort of fallen for anyone, or has anyone fallen for you?
They all fall for me.
Oh my God, it's so good. Have you like your parents know and stuff like that? Are they okay with it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like go into detail, but they definitely know it's happened.
What did you think about Cardi B's WAP?
I love it. I know every word, at least to Cardi's verses. I know almost every word to Megan's verses, but like not quite. Like I can like spit the Cardi verses, but I can't.
No, I'm not going to ask you to do it now because I'm pretty sure Instagram and I will be like, oh, you don't own the rights to it, and switch us off, because it's going to be so damn good. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I had mixed feelings because I was like, oh my God, this is quite a visually and vocabulary intense song. I was like, oh, this is intense. Mm-hmm. And then I became like, I loved it. Like swipe your nose like a credit card. Brilliant. What a fucking great thing. I'm gonna write one.
I wish I could come up with that.
You know that's going to be said on many a Tinder date, like just like swipe it long like a credit card, baby. Just swipe it.
I'm gonna make that my Tinder bio.
I love it. No, I love it. And what else did I really like? I don't know, loads of it. Like I'm gonna write your. I can't remember what she says, but like basically she writes his name on it. I was like, write her name. Yeah,
ask me whose it is. I'll spell my name. No, fuck.
What's the lyric?
I don't know. I really like hit that little dangly thing that's swinging the back of my throat. Also, Punani Dasani. Punani Dasani is a great line. It's just so good.
So I spoke to my friend yesterday, and she was like, I hate the song. She goes, I hate the fact that it talks about doing stuff for stuff, like the sex work, like the kind of like, I can't remember, there's bits towards the end where it's like doing stuff for stuff. And she didn't really like that, but that didn't really, that sort of tone didn't really, that tone didn't really bother me so much. What I liked about it was that, you know, we never hear about how women fuck or want to get fucked.
Yeah. It's just raw and dirty and a celebration of being like animalistic and just enjoying yourself for the sake of it and being gross. And yeah, it's beautiful. And like, yeah, okay, she mentions like kind of sex work-ish, which we should first of all normalize and not criticize. Like, I mean, I don't know about Megan Thee Stallion, but like Cardi B was a stripper, like she was a sex worker.
There you go.
And they are not like saying that they're having sex for money now. Like they're just like saying that you can. But I think that the whole message is like a triumph for public health. I want women to know that their pussies should be wet.
I love that. That's just the takeaway. I want women to know that their pussy should be wet.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Yeah, they should be wet.
I spent too many years. I'm young, but I spent too many years like thinking that like you're just supposed to fuck immediately. And then I was just in pain. And like Cardi B is here to tell young women like, nah, lube yourself up first. No, he or she lubes you up first.
Yeah, 100%. I like the phrase, bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. What I love about it is she's going to come and she's asking him to bring the bucket and the mop. So therefore, do you know what I mean? He's going to clean it up. Therefore, she is equalising the domestic chores in the household, which I love. It's a very feminist action.
She even says, I don't cook, I don't clean. So he has to bring the mop, of course.
100%. That's what I love about it. That's what I love about it. That's great. So what are you doing at the moment? Like, well, so you're setting up a new TikTok. What's this new TikTok going to be?
So before I was Tofizzle, now I am Tofology. And it's going to be the same. It's just that I got super shadow banned. So like none of my videos were being sent out. So I'm just trying to get most of my followers to come over, at least some of them, and just be able to like keep creating. And then I've started a YouTube channel where I'm doing like full, like long video essays that are really well investigated and cited. And then I'm starting my master's degree on Monday.
So Jessica's just typed up, she says, what about children who listen to it? She's referring to Cardi B's WAP. I just think, well, firstly, you have men artists doing similar kind of stuff, like talking about like sex and shit like that, like in much like more Technicolor glory than Cardi B. Also, like Cardi B's not supposed to be parenting your kids. Have you got any thoughts about that, Abby?
What's so wrong about teaching? I mean, yeah, it's a little vulgar, but like, I don't see what's so wrong about teaching your child that like sex exists, and when sex exists, it should be pleasurable.
That's a good point. Also,
Like,
I think, you know, the issue I have with people going, what about children who listen to it? You're obviously talking about young female children called girls, because because like free porn is on your kid's handset. Like, you don't think that the young boys are going out and watching gangbangs and spitty chokey porn on their friends' handsets at school or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
No. Yeah. I think it's good for girls to just have that normalized. If that has to come through Cardi B because their sex ed failed them, then so be it.
And on that note, oh, to have a wank. No, I'm not really. No, I'm not really. I'm going to go and eat some chocolate. That's all I'm going to do. Well,
don't lie to us, Eleanor.
Honestly, I'm so disgusted with my own body at the moment. I'm just like, oh, not you again.
Oh no!
I know.
You deserve a wank. You deserve it. You have a beautiful body. You deserve it.
Thank you, mate. Thank you. No. Well, I'm just a bit bored of wanking. That's it. Do you know what I mean? I've got my one favourite video on Pornhub, and I'm just bored of it. I know there's many other videos, but I worry. It's like I only eat the same thing at my local Vietnamese place because I worry that if I have another dish, I'm not going to like it as much.
Have you tried reading like erotica?
It's like, have you tried reading? Yeah. Yeah. Have I tried reading erotica? That's so old school. Why?
I'm an old school girl. Because you can just get weirder and like you get, personally, I enjoy the entire beginning of porn and not so much the part where they're fucking, you know? Like I like the build up and the relationships, and you get a lot more of that with erotica.
Anything particular that you, any authors that you particularly recommend?
I don't know. I've read a lot of Harry Potter erotic fan fiction called Potterotica.
Fuck off.
It's hilarious.
Look, there's just you and me and a few other flipping weirdos that always come on my streams, of which I love you dearly, people. So what can you just briefly summarize? What does Harry Potter erotica, what's that feel like? What is it?
You have no idea. It's vast. Like there's everything. Like there, you can find Draco Harry, you can find Draco Hermione, you can find the Weasleys all together. You can find
What's it called? Harry Potter what?
Just Potterotica or just Harry Potter erotica. It's hilarious.
How do you spell Potterorica? Potter?
Potterotica.
Otica.
Potterotica.
Oh, there's a fucking podcast, mate.
Yeah. That's how I got into it.
Hang on. Let me just have a look. Ugh, it's like obviously not proper internet. Because it's just like pulling up Fangasm. What the flipping heck is this? The Potterotica. The Potterorica. So I want to find a summary. I want to find a summary where they talk about an episode of erotica with.
Oh, I'll summarize one for you. Let me.
Please do. Yeah, stop me flipping looking at the Google.
Okay, I'll give you a short one that is a favorite. So,
Okay.
Wolfstar, I think is what it's called. So Wolfstar, I might be butchering it, but that's the shipping name for Lupin and Sirius.
Oh, right. Sorry, I need to interject. I know nothing about Harry Potter.
Okay. Lupin and Sirius are like older characters from Harry Potter's parents' friend group.
And haven't you got one about Hermione, Harry Potter, and the other one? The Ginger.
And Ginny. There's one where Harry Potter and Ginny take potions so that they can switch bodies and fuck each other in each other's bodies.
Oh, that's weird. Good. I love that.
I think it happens as adults so that we're not technically reading child porn.
Yeah, I mean, that.
It's important.
So, yeah, it's important. So at the beginning of the erotica, they grow up to be adults.
It just starts with them working as adults.
Okay, is that why the most successful ones were the adult characters to get round this issue?
No, there's some of them just straight up happen in school.
Okay, so Minnie Marley's just gone, what did I join to? We're talking about Harry Potter erotica fan fiction. It's all the rage. It's the only thing that Abby comes to now. She's so jaded by all the weird fucking porn that she watches.
I can't watch porn.
Can you not? Being a feminist, can you watch porn? I don't know.
Oh, of course I can. I just try and pay for my porn and get it from like ethical places.
Oh, fuck, you're so woke. Where do you get it from? I don't know. I just go on the horrible Pornhub.
Oh, I mean, sometimes I'll cave and go Pornhub, but like OnlyFans is good because then you can just subscribe to like one person. Lush something. I'm forgetting what it's called.
But OnlyFans, I love that you're like this, like Pornhub is the McDonald's of porn. You need to go to a vegan porn place, an ethical porn place, 100%.
Organic.
Organic. So, but OnlyFans, you have to know who they are. You can't search on OnlyFans, can you?
You can scroll through and like find people, but
oh right, okay, cool.
People are advertising.
Minnie Marley's just gone. I think I'll just go back to what I was doing. Good day, mums.
So sorry.
Who was that? Is that one of your followers or one of my followers? Because it doesn't sound like either of our followers at all.
It doesn't sound like. Well, sometimes I get looped into the environmentalist world now, and people forget that I also talk super dirty.